Okay, well, hey everyone. Hey guys, how are you? Today we are playing viewers, so I'm going to start already playing on chess.com as some of you join and we start playing. So I will create a game versus some random opponent and let's see what happens. I'm going to play English. You know, if you're not new, that's one of my favorite openings with white pieces. So let's see what happens here. Normal development, right? Here I can play d4, I can play 3, maybe d3. Bishop a6 loses to d4, d5. And here h3 is very, very normal. Knight d5 is very normal. e4, bishop e3 maybe, right? c6, yeah, I capture, and bishop e3. Well, yeah, bishop e3 is fine. Bishop e6, now d4, right? d4 is clear, takes, d4, bishop c4, what's a little knight? Let me play bishop here first. Queen d7 is taking here. I need to defend, right? f4 might be coming later. Okay, rook c8. I mean, bishop takes bishop, right? This move has been there. Okay, knight takes f4. I don't know if d4 is better. Yeah, I will try d4. Because if he takes, then he has a weakness on d6. That's going to be great for me. And if he doesn't take, well, I'm playing d5. So I think this is more annoying. I should play f6, I thought. So I play bishop c4 and I can capture here, right? That has to be good. Oh, bishop takes knight, queen takes, pawn takes. What happens in that line, right? So maybe rook e1. So bishop takes, rook takes. Wait, bishop takes. I'm losing a pawn here. Bishop takes. Yeah, I'm losing a pawn, right? It's compensated because the pawn is a weakness, but it's not really what I wanted to do. Well, he doesn't take it, but now he will have a knight in the outpost. So yeah, that was not ideal for me. I have to play with d5 and then 4 later. Let's see. Yeah, 4 later. But yeah, the knight is very good here. It was not fine. Okay, here b3 is very clear, right? I will play queen a3, f4, queen b5, f4. Also I have 1 minute, right? So this is not good. f6. Yeah, tough position, right? Rook c3. Rook c5. This b4 is not working. No, I don't think it's working. Well, h4. Yeah, h4 is fine. If he takes, I take. If he takes, I take. h6. Takes, b4, takes. Wait, b4. Rook c4. No, rook c4. My king's not fine here. Yeah, because I need to move the bishop and he's forking in many lines. So yeah. Yeah, let me try this. I think that loses. Rook takes rook. Yeah, loses. Yeah, loses the game. Because now I can get pinned. Yeah. Okay, well, hey guys, welcome. I'm setting challenges, so if anyone wants to play, we can play. Also, I'm live in YouTube right now, so I'm live in both TikTok and YouTube at the same time. Hey Claudio, how are you? Okay, well, I will create the new challenge. Okay, we have Benjamin. Benjamin wants to play. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's try King's Pawn this time. Uh, French. Okay, let me try this and this and this. Okay, so queen b6. A lot of pressure here. I guess I need to play knight b3, right? I don't know if that's really good, but I guess I need to try that. Okay, knight f5. So a lot of pressure here on this pawn. One more time. That's typical in this line. So probably I will need to, I will need to get rid of the... Yeah, I will take it. I will take it because it's very annoying. And the position is a little closed. So the knights are very good pieces in these positions. So I'm fine with that trade, right? I'm fine with this trade of the bishop or the knight. Now I have the open file. That has to be something more or less good. And of course, if I can activate my knight, I will activate it. Okay, queen c7. Maybe this one looks good, right? Yeah, this looks very tempting. b3. Well, I don't think I want to trade pieces. So let me maneuver a little with the knight, because I have ideas like this or this. Again, something good is the open files, right? I'm controlling both open files. That has to be good. And also I have... let me try this one. Also I have two knights, and black has a knight and a bishop. So again, the position is closed, so probably the bishop is not that great. Also, when we look at the pawns, we see the bishop is not that great. So probably I'm a lot better. Also, dark squares are weak, as we can see. Many dark squares undefended. So that has to be good as well. So the position is fine, but well, one thing is that the position is fine, and the other thing is that you can actually convert and make progress. So here, f4 looks interesting. Yeah. So what to do here, right? Well, this has to be good, right? I don't see why not. Because again, we have a good knight versus a bad bishop. That has to be a good thing. So, yeah, the question is what happens later, right? After, once he defends, FM is the master knocks it. Once he defends, what to play? Maybe this one? So, let's see. I mean, I don't think I want to capture it here, right? But it's getting some annoying activity over the F file. Again, I don't want to capture there, but yeah, it's been very annoying over the file. Let me try this move here. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to trade ever the knight for the bishop, right? I mean, that's not going to happen. I'm just going to reinforce my position. Well, Again, interesting move, right? The pressure is very real here. The goal is to, well, international master first, right? Is the goal, and then later grandmaster maybe. Here I can capture one pawn. And then what? How do I defend here? I think it has to be this one. Yeah, check. Well, now the bishop is good, but the good thing is that now I have the extra pawn. I can fork here? Yeah, I can fork. So yeah, it has to be good. Yeah, I don't think there's mate or anything, so yeah, I just capture. And here I can simplify. Material advantage, immediately simplification. Yeah, the pawn was hanging, I just defended a little. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll get the bishop. Thank you very much for the game, Benjamin. Very good game. I think at some point you made some mistake over here. I don't think you're ready for queen h3, right? I don't think you can play queen h3 here. Okay, well, if anyone else wants to play, I'm going to be accepting challenges. It can be 10 minutes. It should be unrated. So because I'm reading the chat on those things, so I think it's better if we just play unrated games. So make sure you send the challenge unrated, and it can be 5 minutes. To become a master, you need to play official tournaments, right? I said unrated, but I mean, not a big deal, right? But just letting you know that I'm reading the chat, interacting. So I think it makes more sense if we play unrated. I'm not reading moves, right? Like I'm not playing the moves. I read in the chat, but you know, it should be unrated in general, but not a big deal. Okay, so here, normal development, just reinforcing the center, also defending here. And, well, as I'm going to develop the bishop, probably I'm going to trade first, because I don't want to move the bishop twice with the other capture. So I trade first, and then I can develop the bishop. That's more or less the way we play this. Yeah, sure. You can send me the challenge. I mean, I don't really know whose challenge is whose, right? But yeah, I mean, I'm accepting challenges, right? Just send the challenge and I will accept it. So about this position, I just finished my development. B6. Well, the normal move here is just castling, so I'm not going to think too much here. I just castle, rook c1. You know, normal moves here. At some point I can trade, right? Because these pawns are interesting to attack a little. For later maybe, so maybe I just capture. Yeah, let me play rook e1 first. But I can capture anytime, right? Let me play h3 because very often I need to save my bishop. And then maybe bishop here. It's usually a good move. Because I clear the d file for more pressure. And at the same time, at some point I can create a battery or something later to attack on the king side. So bishop e1 is a very normal move. With the rook on a1 is a move that we don't play, of course. But once the rook is on c1, it's a move we can play, absolutely. Well, here, I'm looking at a3, I'm looking at pawn to pawn, I'm looking at 95. Well. Yeah, let me just try 95. I don't know how good it is, but I guess it's fine, right? Just improving the knight a little. I don't know if this is the best, but so if I have a capture here, this is what they call hanging pawns. So there are a couple of isolated pawns in the center. They give black advantage in the center, but they are a weakness at the same time. So well, Ganon, I didn't follow the whole, the whole tournament, right? I saw some games, but well, I think it's a nice tournament. Okay, well here, what to play, right? Queen f3, queen d3, a3, pawn takes pawn. Well, I'm not sure about it. Let me just try queen f3, right? I'm just to play something here because I don't want to think too much. About queen f3, okay, he takes, I take. Why does he take, right? About queen f3, my idea is that I'm controlling the square e4 very well, so black cannot capture. I mean, black cannot go to e4 very easily. At the same time, I have some pressure. I mean, not real pressure, but some idea over there, some intention with the square f7. Also, my queen is going to the king side. I'm connecting my rooks. Yeah, those are some of the ideas. Again, I'm not sure what's the best move, but I was trying to play something useful, is the idea. So that's why I played this one. Okay, so bishop b4. What can I play here? I don't think this is working, right? Yeah, I'm not ready for that. I mean, let me take a look at that. Bishop takes, queen, king, f8. Yeah, I'm not getting anything with that, right? Queen here is not working. Knight here. Queen d3 looks fine, but I'm not threatening anything, right? Because even if I capture, queen takes. I capture? Wait. What if I capture? Wait. Capture? Oh, no, it's not working. Wait. Knight takes. Wait. It's working. No, it's not working. So knight takes. Rook takes, queen takes. Yeah, no, it's not working. Okay. Well, yeah, let's just play this move, right? Let's say 3 and let's see what happens. Yeah, he wants to play this. Yeah, I know he wants to play this. Yeah, let me capture like this. I was trying to capture d5, right? So I was saying I capture here, and if the queen takes, I can play bishop takes pawn. And if the knight takes, I can capture d5. Is what I was trying to make it work. But then I was pinned. By the bishop. So then I said, well, I don't like the bishop pinning. That's why I played a3. Yeah, of course, he doesn't need to get into the tactic, right? He just moves he just trades. But yeah, probably there wasn't something over there. Okay. Yeah, I have had some sacrifices over there, but they were not easy to calculate or confirm that they were actually good. But yeah, there have been some idea, right? Some ideas over there with bishop a6. But Yeah, it was not working. Okay, so not a fate. Let's analyze because it's a very critical moment of the game. Okay, not a fate. I can play this. I can play this. I don't think this is working. Wait. Why not? Wait. This is working. Wait. Let's see. Okay. So Entitled Tuesday. I don't remember. I think I did 6.5, but like 2 or 3 years ago or something. I have not played in the last years Entitled Tuesday because it's at the same time I have other things and I stopped playing that tournament. But I remember 6.5, I believe. I don't know if I did 7 sometime. Well, so what happens here? Bishop takes, queen. I think it works. Yeah, I think it works, right? Yeah, okay, let's check. And then, well, I think that's a blunder, right? Black should have played knight here. That's just made, right? Yeah, that's just made. I think Black should have played knight g6. Thank you for the game, player NC66. But yeah, here you blundered here at the end. I mean, the position is very bad already for Black. But let me try English again. But you don't need to, receive mate. But yeah, very good game in general, right? I mean, you were playing a good game until the last 3 moves of the game. So yeah, let me dance a little with the knight, right? Like the dancing with the knights. Rook c1, okay. Okay, so now what? Now we're getting into mid game already, right? So yeah, let's continue. Let's keep dancing with the knights. And here, well, do we keep dancing with the knights? Yeah, let's keep dancing, right? Against Sicilian. Smith Mora. Smith Mora Gambit is good. I mean, I like it. There are many ways to play, right? The strongest player. Well, right now I remember Cordova, the master from Peru. Yeah, that's the strongest one I remember right now. I think there should be someone else over there, but right Right now I remember Cordoba. Yeah, he's defending well. So what about this move? I don't know what is going to happen, but this looks very playable. I will try it. One of the ideas is that I open the bishop, right? So it has to be a good thing. At the same time, my queen is not fine on the same line as the bishop, so I'm putting like something else in the middle. Also, this file, if it gets open, that could be pressure over there. Okay, 95. Well, the normal move is here. Because I definitely don't want to trade the bishop with the knight, right? I mean, this bishop is very important for me. London system. Yeah, sure, I can play that. Pawn breaks. Well, yeah, of course I recognize patterns already. A lot. But also, it's bliss. I don't know if you're saying this. I don't know if you're saying that because of this game. Because also here, I was not even sure it was good. Right? I just played d5 because it looks interesting, but I cannot calculate too much because we don't have time. So we need to trust our feeling and trust our intuition. So it was looking good and I played it, but nothing for sure. Yeah, it's a good check. I really missed that check. So let's see what happens now. Yeah, it's a little annoying, right? Yeah, it's a very annoying check. Yeah. Well, I guess I have to play. I guess I have no choice. Yeah, g4. So now two threats here and here. So I guess I have to capture. I don't want to lose the bishop, right? So I have to capture here. Okay, so pawn takes. Let's see, because this is getting very, very complicated here. Pawn takes. Well, I guess just queen. Well, let me just play this, and then just come back. Well, now I can avoid the draw. I mean, I'm lost, but I can avoid it. Yeah, okay. So let's see now. Yeah, I forgot it was 3-2, right? So I thought it was 3 minutes no increment. But let's see what happens. Well, I'm not really that lost. I mean, I have 2 rooks, so maybe, it's not really horrible. So wait, can I play that? I need to play this. Well, now I'm lost. Yeah, now I'm actually lost. Oh, I was mating one there. Yeah, I'm lost here. Yeah. No, I for a moment I forgot it was 3-2, right? So I thought I could play for a time. Yeah, of course, very good game, not GM. I thought I could play for a time, but then I saw it was 3-2, so then I realized I couldn't. So yeah, no, but I think I'm worse, right? I'm worse. When that happened, it's very hard to decide. I don't know, but yeah, very strong player. Yeah, no, yeah, very strong. I think I was better, right? I was better, but uh, I didn't sequence e5 check, right? That's where everything got complicated for me. Okay, so here, I guess 97 is normal, right? And here I can play with b6 or with c6. c6 is to play e5 later. b6 is to develop over here. So which one do I want to play? No, not that b6. I don't like it. Because the knight is not going anywhere. And also the bishop is not improving on d7. So basically you improve the bishop if you put it over here, or if you put it here, but on d7 it's not really very good. It's just very slightly better than keeping the bishop here. Very slightly. So here the idea is that I can try e5. Pepe, I'm playing versus the chat, right? I'm playing viewers. The norms are like a very good performance if you meet certain criteria in the performance. You cross certain numbers in your rating performance, then you're doing a norm. And if you get for example, 3 norms, you become international master. So, and same thing for grandmaster. If you get 3 grandmaster norms, you become grandmaster. El Nagar, yeah, I will play anyone, right? I don't know who's who, right? Remember, we have some usernames in the chat and some usernames on chess.com. So I'm just accepting challenges. But yeah, of course we can play, right? You send your challenge and I don't know who's who, but I will select the challenge. Okay, so here can take and take. I think it has to be good, right? Take. Yeah, I guess I take. And then rook c8. Yeah, so one more time, I want to keep my bishops on the board. They are usually very important, especially in an open position like this one. So that's why I just play this move here. Yeah, knight e5 is very well here. It's a very strong move. So I'm thinking here knight d5. So takes, 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 takes. Yeah, I think that's playable. So let me try knight d5. And let's see what happens after this move. Okay, a4. So now what? Well, a6 is a very normal move here, right? There is some crazy idea with bishop e8 where I play f6 later. And then I reroute my bishop. I don't know if I want to play that. Yeah, I'm just going to play a6 here. Yeah, this looks correct. So a6. How many games a day do you play? Well, that depends. But not too many, right? I'm not like actively playing games every day. I just play a couple of games, a couple of Blitz games per day. But if your question is how many games do you need to play to get better, that's a different question. So this and this, I don't know. That's so weird. Let me just try because he's taking here, right? So maybe I should try this. I don't know. So yeah, you should play more games than that, right? More than 2 games. 2 games is not enough if you want to get better. If you're actively playing games to get better, if you're training, you need to play more than 2 games per day. Especially more than 2 Blitz games. Maybe if they are rapid and you analyze them, it's different. Rook c3, yeah, that was a move. That was a move, but he was taking the pawn, so I didn't see it clear. Because also by taking the pawn, he was taking the bishop later. So yeah, I didn't like it. Okay, so knight d3, what can I play here? b5 is a move. Bishop h5 is a move. King h8 is also an important move. Yeah, I think I'm going to play king h8 here, right? Yeah, let me try king h8 because this king is not fine here. Yeah, I'm thinking too much. Maybe. But also the position is not so nice. That's probably the main reason. So I don't feel like super comfortable here. And when that happens, I don't know if he wants to play e4 here. Yeah, he's taking my pawn, maybe? Yeah, he's probably taking the pawn. B6, knight takes pawn, it's not working. Bishop a7. What about bishop a7? Yeah, I think that might work, right? Yeah, it's not completely clear, but let me try this. Yeah, I was looking at b5. I think it was very playable, but then I saw it was opening the files over there, creating weaknesses because the pawn's going to be isolated later. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to play something different. But yeah, it was a very serious candidate at some point. Bishop c6. Well, yeah, but the problem is he was playing. I don't, I don't know. It was playable, but he was playing this. So yeah, he was threatening two things, right? The pawn and the other move. Nice c3. Yeah, I cannot play because I read it, but yeah, I see the idea. Yeah, no, I cannot play it. I won't play it. But yeah, that's a deep idea, right? Uh, Jacob, that's a very deep idea. Or you blundered, but I don't know if you saw the whole sequence or you just blundered and said something that works really well unintentionally. But yeah, that was some idea with knight c3 super deep. Okay, so let's see. Knight b6. It's working here and here. So maybe I just defend. Maybe I just defend. Yeah, I just defend a little, right? I don't want to trade bishops right now. So yeah, I just defend a little. Oh, you're missing. Okay, okay. No, but it was super interesting. After e4, because I was really worried about e4, there was a knight c3. Well, knight takes pawn, I think I can capture here. So this is going to be really complicated now. So what to play, huh? Yeah, this is more complicated than a good lay, right? Well, now I have to take it, right? I mean, I said I could take it, so I have to take it. Yeah, I have to take it and then go back. Yeah, I saw something like this. I'm not really. I mean, when I played, it's not like I'm not worried because I'm actually worried. I'm not going to lie. I'm in trouble here. But when I got into this line, I had seen 96. So, you know, it's something I already knew, actually. Actually, he can play 96 direct, right? He would have played that. So, yeah, my idea was to put the bishop over here and get some compensation over there. But yeah, I'm not saying it's good for black, right? I'm a little worse. Yeah, I'm a little worse here. So then knight takes. Here, the normal move is rook takes knight. I have no choice. Yeah. Yeah, I just thought I should have some small compensation. But actually, he's playing very well, right? He's playing very good moves. And Yeah, now I have to go back with my bishop. Yeah, let me just go over here. Well, here I have no choice. Just rook g8. Queen b7. Well, that looks very strong, right? Yeah, because the bishop is like trapped. So I guess I need to try this. So yeah, here, I mean, clearly I'm in big trouble, but I can just capture here, I guess. And maybe I can just move my bishop. Yeah, that's the only move, right? Yeah, I need to capture here. Queen a6. Queen a6. Wait. Queen a6. Queen check. So what happens here, right? It has to be winning. Yeah, so we win, right? Check. Capture. Check. Well, just get a rook, right? Okay. So yeah, now it's a lot better for black. But I mean, of course I was lost, right? But Now it's a lot better for me. Yeah, I just simplify the position. It has to be a win. Something important here is that the rook pawn is promoting on the same color as the bishop. So that's very important because if I only have the rook pawn, it's still a win, right? If he ever trades my pawn, I'm still winning. If it was a opposite color to the bishop, then it could be a draw. Yeah, he just blundered. Knight g7 was wrong. Knight g7 was wrong. It was completely wrong. He had a fork? I don't think he had a fork. He was in check. He was in check. Yeah, this. Yeah. Well, very good game, of course, but well, you blundered with knight g7, right? No, he couldn't have taken the bishop, right? No, he couldn't have taken the bishop. He was in check. So it was like this. Okay, this. Okay, here is check. Here is check. Here is check. You see, it was always in check. Yeah. Okay. Well, I will play one last game for today. And well, c4, e65. Yeah, no worries, Hayes. So yeah, let's play one last. I'm from Cuba, Cowboy, on YouTube. I'm from Cuba. I live in US, but I was born in Cuba. So yeah, this is just a normal setup, right? Just developing normally. Yeah, it's like a Slav, but he doesn't have the pawn on d4. And just developing, improving, putting my pieces in the right squares. So yeah, just maneuvering a little. Mm, the problem is the bishop, right? But I guess, well, I can try now that he has the pawn on d4. Maybe I can try bishop f5. Yeah, this is not crazy. Of course, at some point white can play g4, but that creates new weaknesses. So I'm fine with that. Okay, so queen d2 here. Queen d7 is a very important candidate move. I'm not going to think too much, right? I'm just going to play queen d7 because I know it's very well, right? Yeah. Exactly. I might do that, Hayes. Or in case of this move, I was looking at this one. Yeah, because now the pressure is serious, right? On the light squares. And if I can get the bishop, of course, I will get it. Okay, knight f4. what happens now? Knight f4. Okay, 3 defenders here, but I can remove 1 defender, then remove another defender, and finally take it. So I don't see anything better than just removing defender, and taking it. So I just remove defender, then I remove defender again. No, that's not better. Deflecting the queen, deflecting the bishop is not better, because I lose a bishop, I get a queen, but then I lose a queen. So I'm losing a bishop and a queen for a queen. That's not good. That looks good. I mean, that looks nice aesthetically, but it's a bad combination. That's the kind of combination that loses material instead of winning material. Wait. Bishop takes knight g4. Oh, why is that good? I don't like it. So yeah, there's no need, right? There's no need to get into that. Oh yeah, I see a line. Bishop takes, knight check, queen takes, bishop. Yeah, that was working. Yeah, that was working. But I don't think it's better than this. But yeah, the other line was also working because I could sacrifice the queen here and get the bishop. Yeah, that was working. But yeah, this is very simple. Just I don't need to sacrifice anything to get material. And I get more material. Is the other thing. Hamza, I saw it, but it was getting only 1 pawn, and this is getting 1 pawn and one and the exchange. Okay, so let's see here. Either knight h4 or bishop takes pawn. Well, knight h4 looks very clear, so I'm just going to go back with my knight because I already got material, right? So it's all good. So here I can take 1 pawn. I don't know if I want more pawns, but it's not really about material. It's about the king, right? The king is going to be so discovered. I think it is worse to capture because then he's very undefended. For example, I can play bishop g4 now. With the pawn on h3, I couldn't be able to play that. So yeah, queen there. Now I get the exchange. Yeah, exactly. This is winning. Thank you very much for the game, hey buddy. Well, guys, I'm about to finish the stream for today. I don't know if there's any question or anything else before we finish, but basically we have been 1 hour already streaming, so that's it. Yeah, I know there are many challenges over there. I'm not going to play more games today, but I should be streaming again in 2 or 3 days. So yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, it was a good game, but nothing special in this one. Okay. So if there's nothing else, guys, follow and stay around, stay tuned, because we are going to be streaming again in 2 or 3 days. So if anyone wants to play, of course we can play in next streams. Any question or anything else before we finish? Yeah, review it was fine, right? I played for 90 something, and it was winning for white. I mean for black. Nothing special. Yeah, nothing special. Okay, well, again, thank you very much. Thank you very much for those who played the games as well, of course. And of course, to the viewers. And we'll see you then in the next stream.